Hi everyone, and welcome to this All Signs Tarot reading. I'm Stella, this is Loveworks. We're going to check on whatever wants to come out, whatever messages want to come out at this time. So this is a current energy reading, I'd say 7 to 10 days, something around there. Okay, timestamps are below. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with Aries. Okay, let's see what the message is for Aries, please. Oh, all right, that one wants to come out right away. Okay. Light. Oh, I love this picture. It always reminds me of the Maxfield Parrish painting. Okay, so light. All right, let's see what's going on. So spiritual light, yes, but also what comes to mind more for you is sort of like light, like playful. I mean, she's on a swing, swinging away, so it feels like a light energy. Okay, so tell me, what is the... Yeah, definitely something more playful, light. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Aries. What is the message, please? What do Aries need to know at this time? Okay. Oh, somebody's checking somebody out, and somebody's checking somebody out. Okay, all right. Yeah, they're not sure. Are they married? Are they not? Are they single? Are they into me? Are they not? Okay. Let's see. This looks really good, Aries. Whoa. All right. Could be a Capricorn, a Pisces, Gemini, Leo. All right. Got a lot of different signs it could be. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. I feel like this is like playful energy. I think that's why that light card came out. Because like I said, instead of getting like a real... with the light coming out of the cloud, spiritual light, kind of feeling. I got more of a playful version of light, like be light, not heavy, kind of thing. So yeah, I did definitely see some flirtation energy showing up here. Two people sort of checking each other out. I mean, I would say... definitely do your checking in, make sure this person's not married or something like that, unless, again, no judgment, no shade, if you're okay with that. But I'd say most people probably would rather prefer someone to be single. So do your homework here, because we do have 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. But the thing is, I feel like this is saying that the beginning of something, like the beginning of this light, could actually lead to a pretty serious partnership. So I would say if this were just a love reading, because it's whatever comes out, if it were a romantic love reading, it definitely looks like there's someone in your energy that you are curious about, they're curious about you, and this might be the light, the beginning light of something big here, the spark of something new. So, just kind of play it out, see where it goes, and let them know you're interested, and, not too abruptly or anything like that, most likely, play a little coy, but let them know you're interested as well. And the same thing, I mean, if it's your style to just ask them out, then ask them out, that kind of deal too. So it looks really positive. I don't really see any other messages here. I mean, it could be work and career for you, but it feels like it's more romantic in nature. So if you are interested in work or career messages, you might want to check the timestamps for whatever sign your Mars is in, maybe even your moon sign also. So that's what I see for you, Aries. Pretty straightforward, direct, nothing complicated there at all. Very nice. Okay, let's go to Taurus. Let's see what the message is for Taurus. Taurus. Okay. Ooh, impeccability. So being impeccable about things right now, doing things by the book, following all the right procedures, making sure you are, dotting your I's, crossing your T's, that sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, especially when it comes to work. I'm just going to leave that card there with that oracle card. Okay. All right. So what messages do we have for Taurus, please? So I'm getting this like flawless energy, being flawless. Some of you are possibly a little burned out, kind of feeling like it's a drag to have to be so specific with something all the time, especially if it's around like the work arena. But it's the card is saying, hey, again, dot your I's, cross your T's, that kind of thing. Don't cross your I's and dot your T's. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I think this is a work reading, but let's see. What else do we have for you? Not necessarily, though. It could be insight into someone. Okay. Ooh, tower. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, definitely time to change something up here. Okay. Okay, yeah, this feels like work career related reading, but I will actually do the second description of this if it is a romantic reading for you. But as far as work and career, yeah, it appears to me like it looks like with the King of Pentacles and the Tower, and then going into the Five of Pentacles, that it's like something wasn't as it should be, or the money isn't where you thought it would be, or something along those lines is what I'm getting here. Could have even been like if it's work and career where maybe the boss is a little ticked off or at you, or something like that, even, or took away something that should have been yours, that type of energy, like a petty thing or something like that. So it does feel like there's definitely some issues here for sure. However, the good news is after those kind of crappy cards, moving into the current energy, right? I would say within the next 30 days with the Ace of Pentacles here, and it could be much sooner, but moving into this current energy, you have this, it almost feels to me, it's sort of like a karmic test of your impeccability. All right. So someone may have questioned, how you've done something, or how you, because I get the sense that possibly some of you even like accused that, well, you messed this up, or something like that, and you're like, no, no, I didn't. I'm impeccable with my work. I put a lot of time and effort into this, and now it feels like it's not paying off, and now it feels like you're treating me like crap, right? Kind of thing. So I feel like there's this energy here where maybe that's like the last straw that you needed to have, so that you can manifest. Here, the Magician is about manifesting new things, right? Because this feels like a karmic thing. So it's probably universe's way of kind of sending you a crappy situation so that you can kind of finally see that, hey, you know what? I am valuable. I have value. It's time for me to manifest something new, a new opportunity. And boy, is it there. All right. Ace of Pentacles, great new grounded start, probably more money, probably a leadership position. We've got the Emperor here at the bottom of the deck, or at least something that is like more suitable for you, where you feel like you have a little more control over your impeccable, type of work, and it's noticed kind of thing. So I do see new opportunities for you in that arena. It doesn't have to be this second. It doesn't mean like walk in and quit your job tomorrow or anything like that. I mean, it's a general reading, right? But there is something here about this is happening for a reason. You know how they say that, right? This is definitely like a classic example of like universe throwing you something that you may not understand, or you may feel is very unfair, but it's happening for a reason, to get you to see your own value, and to like stand up for yourself, believe in yourself in that way. Not necessarily with this situation, but with new situations moving forward. Okay. If it is romantic love, if it's romantic love, I feel like there's a masculine here that puts their reputation and their work and everything else like first. Okay. So like if you're dating this person, or if this is someone new, or you're, just somewhat newly involved with this person, I don't think this is going to be like a warm, fuzzy kind of relationship where it's like, it's all about you, baby. I feel like this person is like, their reputation is what is most important to them. They put massive amounts of work into that. They may be going through a phase right now where they're having to rebuild their reputation, and they're not thrilled with that. So they could be lashing out, especially if money is like a situation. But it's if it is a love situation, again, I do see that they are it's not that they're not capable of emotions or they're not capable of loving you or giving you attention, but right now they're way more focused on work. So that's what I'm seeing. I don't see that they're super focused. Like, so you may be feeling like kind of left out in the cold right now. It's because this person's trying to manifest like some sort of stability here so that they can be, you know, this more stronger person in the future. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there. Okay, so that is Taurus. We're on to Gemini. Okay, all right, Gemini. So let's see what the message is for Gemini, please. Gemini. Gemini. Fulfillment. Okay. So you have the card of fulfillment. Beautiful. I like this card. It's so bountiful. You know, all the bountiful fruits and everything going on. Okay. All right. Let's see what is going. So something, you know, nourishing or just abundant could be in the air for you, Geminis, for sure. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. It's number 24. So 2 and 4 add up to 6. So if you are a June Gemini, even more so, right? Okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be just for June Geminis, but okay. What else do we have for? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Remind me of some song. I forget. Okay. All right. What do we have going on for Geminis, please? Geminis. Okay. All right. Well, what falls to the floor comes to the door. The Magician. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on with that. So your energy, Mercury energy, taking that energy and moving it forward, deciding to manifest new things for yourself. All right. Oh, wow. Yeah. And you have the Ace of Cups here. Beautiful. Finally, like, well, not finally. I don't know. Maybe it's not finally, but definitely headed towards self-worth, value, saying, you know, I'm getting that, what's that old 70s movie Network, something about can't take this anymore. I don't know. There's some famous phrase from that. I'm tired as hell and I can't take this anymore, or something. Okay. So yeah, you're moving towards new things, new opportunities, new ideas. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Taking control here in a positive way. Whoa. Hello. Yeah. All right. So King of Cups, King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow. Okay, all kinds of good energy showing up for you. Like it just kind of feels different, okay, than what I've been seeing for a while for you guys, Gemini. So yay. All right. I don't know. It has a sense of there's something here that's like pure, like you're acting from from like a pure place. I feel like it's been a while since you've connected with something. Maybe some of you are literally like gardening or planting things, or it's been a while since you've like connected with like the earth or connected with even maybe an old friend or something like that, or like a sibling or your children, or, you know, something along those lines. But whatever it is for you in this general reading, there's this sense of definitely having this purpose, even if you don't know exactly what it is. Some of you do, but even if you don't know what it is, there's this like decision that's been made in your recent energy here of, yeah, screw this, you know, I need something new. So I do feel like you have that mercurial energy of curiosity and creativity going on right now, and like empowerment. That is helping you to move forward to new opportunities. So I feel like some of you are going to rediscover something that you love, that like, so that could be in the example of like work and career. You're going to rediscover something that you really connect with or love, and that could turn out to be like a really strong move for you, where now you truly do feel like fulfilled, more in control, know where you're going. It's a perfect match, that kind of thing. So I do see positive things. If it is work and career for you, I definitely do see something new being offered. You might be a little nervous about it, or a little bit of, oh my God, I don't know, can I really do this? But yes, you're going to step up and, wear the pants here for sure. Emperor energy here. So I do feel there could be some sort of job offer that is offered that's a perfect match for you, and could lead to some great fulfillment here. Others of you, it clearly could be a romantic reading, in which case I feel like the energy isn't necessarily connecting with an old love or an old flame, although for some of you, possibly. And I always like to clarify that doesn't mean like your ex that you just, got rid of because it was a toxic situation, or, it would be something very like good. So someone that maybe you dated back in high school, or, something like that, I wonder whatever happened to them, in a good way, right? This is nothing that's like an on-off twin flamey, thing, or any like getting back together with somebody that you've had a lot of problems with. This would be something welcomed. Okay, but for most of you, I don't feel it's necessarily someone from the past, even though the Six of Cups is here, and that's normally where I go with that. But I feel like this is something that's moving forward genuinely. There is a masculine here that is, I feel like they are possibly, I don't want to use the word suffering. I don't think it's like they're suffering from this, but they're in their head about you, and about like if you're going to really see them for who they are. The thing is, I feel like you guys will. I do think that there's a good match here on the horizon. Please keep in mind it's a general reading, so, don't put energy there where it, shouldn't be. If it's a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a duck. So, like, if somebody's throwing up red flags all over the place, it doesn't mean they magically become this amazing emperor, prince, of the Two of Cups, right? So, but there's something here that does feel very solid and grounded, and it feels like it's moving forward. And that this masculine energy that I'm seeing is definitely wanting to take things further with you, in a positive way, in a romantic way, in a connected way. And I do see, there's possibility here with fulfillment for sure. All right, so nice reading for you, Gemini. All right, let's go to Cancers. Okay, Cancers, let's see what the message is for you, Cancers. Simplicity. Okay, nice. Oh, I like it. I always think that's so cool when those stones are stacked up like that. That's just really neat. Okay, let's see. So what do we have for Cancers? Okay. I just saw the little Page of Swords with the Queen of Cups when I split the deck, and I thought of that song from the 80s. I always feel like somebody's watching me. All right, that's funny. Okay. All right, what's going on for, if that were only true for my channel. Okay, let's see. What do we have going on here for Cancers? Okay, oh, Nine of Cups. Queen of Wands, okay. Whoops. Okay. Somebody says, yeah. Wait. Oh, no. Okay, that's good. Okay. I thought somebody was coming in to sabotage. All right. No, this is good. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So, Cancers. I think there's something really good here. I think the Simplicity card is here. In fact, I know it is. To remind you to keep things simple. Okay, because in the recent past here, you have the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Wands showing. I'll read this both as career, and then I will read it as love as well, all right? So, and it could be any other circumstance for you, but what I'm seeing here, let's start off with work and career, all right, then we'll go into romance, all right, so Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands showing up in the recent past. Having some sort of new motivation, or something that a new goal, something that you creatively want to work toward. All right. So it's like with this Knight of Swords and Ten of Cups, I feel like Source is saying, yes, okay, do this, and do this quickly. Like, definitely state your manifestations out loud. Wear them proud, parade them around. That sort of thing. It's like, at least within yourself, right? Not necessarily telling everyone on the street, hey, but it's this energy of, yeah, definitely do that. Keep it simple. Don't overthink things and get things in your way here. All right. It's like your road to success is simplicity. All right. Ace of Pentacles. This is definitely some sort of karmic passage for you. All right. Of, okay, you have this wish, you have this hope, you want to manifest something different in your work, career, something along those lines. The universe is saying, okay, yes, do that, but do it quickly. All right. I would say within like 30 days here with this. Now, please keep in mind it's a general reading. So, don't make some major life change, based on a general tarot reading or anything like that as far as timing. But it's showing up in the near future position. And this is my 30-day card. All right. Like within 30 days. Could be much sooner. I do feel like something is karmically wanting to move forward for you. Positive action. If anything, I would say you're possibly like, that phrase, your own worst enemy kind of deal. Because the Eight of Swords is here showing as like most likely outcome. This is not what we want. All right. Look at all these amazing cards. Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups. I just noticed that the Nine of Cups is moving, graduating into the 10 of Cups, like that, rainbow moment, hands to the sky, kind of thing, with this beautiful Ace of Pentacles of a fresh new start, a grounded start, a good financial building start, right? And not like starting over. It's like a good offer of something solid that can go somewhere, with the Karma card of Justice here, balancing the scales for you. And then we have the Eight of Swords. It's like, what are you afraid of here, right? So, and the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is, celebrating, being happy, job offer possibly, or more money in your future, whatever it may be, out there celebrating. But it's like the Eight of Swords isn't really going to propel you there. So I feel like this is saying, hey, keep it simple. Don't complicate things by not coming out of your shell, or, worried about this or worried about that, or, compounding worries into more and more and more that's none of that energy is going to help you move forward. So definitely a quick moving energy here of keeping things simple and keeping that, like, carrying that manifestation with you to the, let's make this the end result, carrying that manifestation with you forward into this grounded opportunity here that is karmically yours. Okay, that's what I see. Now, if it is romantic love or something like that, it's the same message, really. Just instead of talking about work, we'll just switch it to, it's another person or something like that. Same message, if you've been like manifesting, being, some of you possibly manifesting more like attraction energy in your life, or how to be more magnetic or attractive or something like that. Well, yeah, it looks like it's paying off, right? Somebody's, coming out of the woodwork here going, yeah, that's the one. That one's going to make me happy, something along those lines. Well, there is an opportunity coming. So, and it's solid, it's an Ace of Pentacles. So this is not just like a hookup, or something like that. There's something here that has the force and momentum to build into something that could be, definitely having a good time with this person, getting to know them. Keeping it simple, though, is your message. Again, not overcomplicating things with, well, I don't know, maybe they won't, like me like this, or maybe they won't like me like that, or maybe, they're going to be another loser, or maybe they're, all those things. It's like, no, just keep things simple right now. That is absolutely your key card. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. It looks very, very nice. All right. Okay. Let's go to Leo. Okay. Leos, please. Let's see what the message is for Leos. Leo. Commitment. Okay. I like it. I love this power stance on top of the mountain too. It's like, yeah. All right. Commitment. Okay. So, committing to some sort of achievement point, possibly. It could also mean in a relationship. Also, we do have the word commitment here. So let's see what's going on for Leos. Okay. Tell me about Leo's commitment. Commitment to achieve something also is what I'm getting. Yeah, and I won't back down. Just came into my head, right? What was that, like Traveling Wilburys or something? Okay. All right. Gonna stand my ground. Yeah, and I won't back down. Okay. That sounds like a Leo song if I ever heard one. Gonna stand my ground. And I won't back down. Okay. Ooh. Wow, complicated. Okay. Two of Pentacles. And then, okay. Something's being tiptoed around here, and something just needs to be committed to, all right, in order to, receive that Nine of Cups, that wish fulfillment here. There needs to be a decision made of turning the wheel in a positive direction. So, okay. So I'm going to read this generally, all right? This could absolutely be romantic situation, but it could just as easily be any other type of life situation, work, career, any other type of decision. There's an energy here of playing it coy in the recent past, or someone has been playing it coy toward you. So again, this could be, if this is love, then obviously, that could be coy, flirting, blah, blah, blah. If it's work and career, it could mean like kind of testing the waters, but it's not really jumping fully in. So you get how I'm saying how this can relate to different situations, right? So now in the current energy, there's this Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords. So I'm getting, some of you aren't trusting a situation or a person based on past experience. Okay. So I do feel like with this Nine of Wands, looking back at this, there's like this sense of, sure, you're flirting with me, but what's your real plan? Or something like that. There's this sort of not trusting, been burned before in the past, sort of protective armor thing going on. And then there's like, Seven of Swords along with it. So there's a lot of like distrust is what I'm seeing in the current energy. Like, I've heard that one before. And then someone also tiptoeing around something, and that could be why you are like picking up on energy of untruths or something. So I don't think anyone is purposefully deceiving you. All right. Maybe, it's a general reading, so heads up, but it doesn't feel like anything purposefully deceiving you or anyone purposefully deceiving you. So I actually will put it in two contexts. If this is romantic, and then we'll talk about if it's work and career. If it is romantic for you, all right, there may be someone who's interested in you, and you're kind of sensing energetically like, no, something about this person seems a little too smooth or a little too playerish or a little too this or that. There's something that's like, nagging at you, saying something's up here. What is up is I feel like they are separated, but like still attached to someone possibly that they're married to or something like that. There is something. You are picking up on something. But I do think that this person is legitimately interested in you. Okay? So, and I don't feel like they are married, like they're a married man or a married woman or whatever hitting on you. Okay. I feel like there's something that is splitting up between those two. Okay. That's what I'm getting. So, you do have this Nine of Cups here. So I do feel like there could absolutely be, Wow, I should have looked at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody is walking away from like a marriage or ending a marriage or something along those lines. And I feel like there is a real connection with this person. But there's this distrust energy because I don't know, it does feel like there's something that they're not being totally forthright with. So it could be that they've just recently separated, or that now that they've met you, it's like that was what they needed to start their, like they're realizing, you know what, I am not happy in my marriage and I can't stop thinking about that Leo. And I'm not saying they're divorcing this person just because of you. It's like this is something that's been going on. So and you're like that final excitement, piece of the puzzle that makes them realize, yeah, I am not happy in this marriage. I need to walk away. I need to start the process. So that's what I see, something along those lines. All right, so we'll see how that plays out as it goes along. So that's what I am seeing. So I don't think this person, again, is purposefully trying to be deceitful. I think that there are some untruths, but that they are genuine in their attraction toward you, in their interest in you. Okay, it's not just attraction. They're interested too. Okay, so there's that. If it's work and career for you, there's definitely like this sort of tiptoeing around, like flirting with ideas of this or that, or, maybe something creative, a creative endeavor or a leadership endeavor, or going it out on your own endeavor, something along those lines. But then there's this like self-sabotage energy of, yeah, well, that didn't work so great last time I tried that, or just tiptoeing around the fact that you're just not happy with a situation. And even though you have these creative goals, there's still something that says, well, I can't do that. Or, like an inner voice that's keeping you from moving towards that which you truly want to do. So I feel like what the universe is saying here is, you know what? It's just a matter of committing. It's like, do you want this? If you do, commit to it. 9 of Cups. Boom. That's usually the way things work in life. If we are absolutely committed to something, I mean, we're going to get there. We're going to get there eventually, kind of deal. So that's what I see going on in this respect. So for many of you, if it is work and career, there may be a situation that you're not happy in now. All right. There could even be, some instigations and things like that are, coming up, like with your boss, or if you're the boss, with other people. So confrontations, things like that, things that universe is sending to you to show you like you're not happy here, and it's like start flirting again with that idea of what you really truly want to do, and commit to that, and make some decisions here, and not half-assed ones, but like good decisions of moving forward, and stay committed to it. And I feel like you can accomplish something with that 9 of Cups that you've always desired. Okay. All right. So let's see. That is Leo. We're on to Virgo. All right, Virgo. Let's see what we have for you. Messages for Virgo. Joy. Okay. So we have joy. Cool card, huh? All right. Very cool. I'm getting like Ernest Hemingway vibes from God, where is that? Where is it where they run with the bulls? I can't remember. I mean, I know it's Spain, but I mean, I can't remember like what the name of the place is. Okay. Anyway. All right. So what do we have? Joy for Virgo. What else? What's going on for Virgos, please? Yeah, for some reason that book flashed into my mind. A Movable Feast by Hemingway. All right. What do we have going on for Virgo, please? Okay. Someone from the other side is actually more freer and happier than you think. So there's that message. All right. Let's see. So what do we got going on here? So you have Sagittarius, you have Capricorn. Possible your energy with the oh my God, Virginian. The Virginian? What the hell was that? Okay. I was looking at the magician and trying to say Virgo at the same time, so it came out Virginian. Okay, with Mercury energy here with the magician is what I meant to say. Okay, you definitely have some nice energy here. All right. I'm trying to decide which way to read this. There's some interesting energy around this reading. I don't know. I'm feeling like this. There's like this like desperation for a message energy. And again, there's like more joy than you are thinking. Okay, is coming through here. All right, so let's see. All right, so you have Temperance and you have the 10 of Wands in the recent past. Okay. Hold on, there's something else wanting to come through. Let me just get it for a second here. Okay, just I'm not getting specific hits necessarily. It's more of like just a feeling, okay, that something's easier than you think, all right? Or something's more joyful, or someone is, again, like having more of an easy time than you think, or more joyful than you think, or something along those lines. It feels like there's like a cosmic connection with this person, but there isn't. Okay, I don't really know how to explain, so I'm just going to go with what's coming out here, because it's not really like the cards are saying this. Like everything, yeah, everything's all right. Yeah, now I'm getting that play in my head. What is it? Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Whatever that play is. Jesus Christ Superstar. Yeah, everything's all right. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'll kind of drop that, but it's very strong, so that's why I'm at a loss for words here, because it's not really matching this reading at all. So I don't know. Maybe someone just needs to know. Someone is all right. Someone is like dancing in the streets, or dancing in Spain, or maybe there's a rebirth in Spain here or something like that. I feel like it's like a message from the other side is what I'm getting. And it's like there's this sense of freedom of like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. Something like that is and where you're thinking like that's not the case, okay? Or that you need, because of you, like they're not happy or something like that, and that's not the case. All right, everything's good. All right, so there we go. There's that message. Okay, so for the rest of Virgos, and there's definitely this guidance, angel through the long passage. Wow, yeah, through the like fears, and then coming out on the other side, all good. All right, so that's that. All right, so any other messages that I see here? Okay, I'm going to talk, if it is just a romantic reading for you and none of that other stuff was for you, because that's obviously for someone. All right, specific. It came through pretty strong, so somebody needed to hear that. So for the rest of you, I feel like this message is possibly someone's coming toward you. I think they're very interested in you. It may even be it's very almost love bomby, in nature. Maybe even on both sides. All right, like I don't know. I feel like you two could possibly be like obsessed with each other or something along those lines. Maybe it's been a long time. since you've, felt this way or met someone like this. There's a strong chemistry between you two. I do feel like there's a lot of texting in the near future, or messaging back and forth, or just going around and hanging out and going places, something like that. I do feel like this person is definitely treating you, taking you to dinners or something along those lines with the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there could absolutely be something where you are just feeling a lot of happiness and joy. Something feels very, very chemistry orchestrated here for sure. I can't say if this is your person, from this general reading or anything like that, but it definitely has a lot of chemistry. All right, that's what I see. So there is that. If it is work and career for you, I think there's this sort of guidance that's coming along with you, right? For this long ass journey that you've been on. You've been working hard. Maybe you're tired, you're a little burned out, something like that. But it does feel like possibly by Capricorn season, things could turn around for you. All of a sudden, everybody wants, all the job offers or all the resumes that you put out or something, they start paying off. There's something offered here that most likely gives you more money, or this could absolutely be like a raise coming in, something along those lines. I would say if that's the case, it's more toward Capricorn season, but like you'll have money to, maybe go to Spain, or, go to, not Spain specifically, but I kept getting Spain, or, just feel joyful about having more money or a raise or something along those lines. So either way, I feel like you're not seeing any of this coming either. But it feels to me like there's something where you're being acknowledged for putting in a lot of hard work for a very long time, and that you may be manifesting some new vibrancy, all right, into your work or career by Capricorn season. Okay? All right, so Virgo, we are on to Libra. Okay, Libra, let's see what the message is for our Libra friends, please. Libra. Okay. Action. Oh, I like it. Inspiration at the bottom of the deck, too. The action card is cool. Kind of has that like Sagittarian vibe also, but, it says action on there. All right, so like, all right, so aim your bow, know what you're doing, aim your bow, take some action. All right, I like it. Ooh, it's the number 1 also. These cards, it's really hard to see the numbers. They're in the corner here, and they're very difficult to see, but there you go. All right, so number 1. I like it, Libra. Taking the bull by the horns. Okay. What is the tarot? Whoa. Hello. Tarot message for 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. What is the tarot message for 2 of Cups? My God, Libra. What's up? It's looking good. Okay, Libras, please. Ooh, 10 of Swords, recent past, King of Pentacles. All right, done with that, I see. All right. And now the sun comes out. Beautiful. Oh, hello. Well, hello, Knight of Cups. All right. Action. All right. We have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And the Devil card. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. What's up? Yeah, there's definitely a working something out, something that's going to make you happy. Recent past, 10 of Swords, King of Pentacles. Wow. All right, definitely something that you are through with, or that you are done with, or it's like, no. So we'll talk about if this is romantic love, and we'll talk about a little bit if it is work and career. So if it is romantic love for you, it's like the 10 of Swords, King of Pentacles. Okay. Well, there's two different, actually. Okay, if it's a masculine, all right, there could definitely be something where, like, if they were married or they were separated or something like that, perhaps finally, the papers came through. They're divorced. They're happy. And now they're coming towards you. So there absolutely could be that energy. All right, you could have someone who has ended something and has decided to, put their happiness first in moving toward you with a romantic offer. All right, so there is that. Others of you might be hearing, if there's someone that you have a crush on at work or something along those lines, you may be hearing that, okay, they're finally available. They are single again, so you guys might be flirting soon, something like that. I just see flirtation here because we have these two knights like headed towards each other, right? So, and it's like, and, with the accompanying cards of hanging out together, and being happy, things like that. Now, the Four of Pentacles, kind of a block card, I'm not gonna lie. It's sort of, not that exciting. Okay. It's basically, the other thing here too, I will say, if you are a masculine watching this in terms of romantic love, you may be thinking about ending something and having this dream of moving forward romantically with someone. I feel like, yeah, they would quickly like work things out with you, but it feels like you're not really doing any of those things. Four of Pentacles, no, I'm just going to stay where it's safe. I'm going to stay here where it's cozy. I'm not going to make any big, manifesting moves right now or something like that. So in that case, I mean, you have the card action, right? It's like, well, this is not an exciting life of Pentacles. All right. It's a very much buttoned up kind of life where there's not really any chances or risks taken or anything like that. And pretty much all of us know by now that, things happen when we take action. All right. So there's that. But I would say if you are a feminine, and regardless of whatever gender you are into, it does feel like there's like a meeting of the minds, like something coming together in a positive way, that does feel like it could go somewhere. It does feel like it's possibly a work connection and that you may need to keep this under wraps. All right. So I see that too. If it is work and career for you, I mean, with this action card, right? I mean, that is definitely a pretty, having that single pointed frame of reference to aim for with that number 1 on that action card for your oracle card. Yeah, some of you are thinking about like leaving behind something, putting an end to something, or maybe there was no choice. Maybe you were laid off or there was a firing or something like that. But I do see in this current energy, there's a movement toward something that could really make you happy. And I feel like they would be like really excited to have you on their team. Or if you are an independent person, like you have your own business or something along those lines, this could be like offering your services to someone. And like, there's multiple people here that say, oh yeah, Libra's service here would work really well with what we got. And there's a chance here to stash some money and make something happen here for yourself. So I would say this is a time to really consider what you want to take action toward, have single pointed, kind of energy, right, toward your goal. It does look like you have enough money, to, as long as you're conservative with it, to ride this out if there has been any type of, you wanting to quit or a firing or a laying off or something like that. And it gives you time, as long as you are approaching things with enthusiasm. I feel like somebody's going to eat that up and like, totally want to work with you. And it's like you will be able to manifest something here by Capricorn season that's going to make you very happy, is what I can see. All right. Okay, so let's see. That was Libra. We're on to Scorpio. All right. Scorpio. What do we have? Scorpio. 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 Opening. Okay. Oh, hello. What exactly are you opening, Scorpio? Okay, you have love at the bottom of the deck. That's what that card said. And you have this card that says opening. All right. So, and all jokes aside, it is a very like feminine, what's that? Shiva Lingam, kind of presentation here. So the love card is really cool. Love the dress. I think that's just awesome. And this opening here of the lotus flower. Okay, so opening to love. Interesting. All right, so Scorpio, open for business. All right. All right, what's up, Scorpio? I shouldn't be so crass. It's actually a very beautiful card. The beautiful lotus flower and the pretty dress. Okay, so what do we have going on for Scorpio, please? Scorpio. Ten of Pentacles, Scorpio, flipping over in the deck. Wow. Yeah, I would say definitely stay open to things at this time. Ten of Pentacles can mean like a very strong, long-lasting, stable relationship. Okay, wow. All right, so, and Capricorn. It could be with a Capricorn that just like literally fell into my lap here. So, or by Capricorn season, you may be meeting someone. So start, be open to things. Let things unfold in their beautiful time, like a lotus flower, right? Okay, what do we have for you, Scorpio? That was the one sticking up, so we'll go with that. Oh, Five of Swords. Oh, yay. Recent past doesn't look so hot. I wouldn't... Okay. Let's see. Wow. Okay, I can see why these cards say that, because yeah, wow. I feel like there's, universe is encouraging you, because it looks like there has not been, like a reason to feel that way. All right, is what I'm getting. I mean, recent past, Five of Swords and the Page of Swords. Not a pretty picture here. All right, this is, that's the Page of Swords is always my sort of annoyance, kind of card, or spy card or something like that. Then we have this Five of Swords, which is like, just to me as a reader, straight out like kind of anger, bully, kind of energy. So I feel like in the recent past there has not, there's somebody's not been happy. Okay. In the current energy, you know what I'm getting? I feel like there's someone here who keeps wanting to look forward, and there's someone here who keeps wanting to look back. All right, that's what I see. It could, and that would, definitely could be a Cancer. All right. And no shade on Cancers, or if you're cross-watching, don't worry. I'm not saying you're this like terrible, person holding anyone back or anything like that. I don't design my readings for cross-watching. That's why I say you can watch for any placement for yourself. So instead of cross-watching your person, instead watch your Venus sign, right? Those will give you the information. So don't, if you're a Cancer watching this about a Scorpio, this is not about you, in that way. Because I feel like there's something here holding you back. That's why it says opening for love, because there's I feel like this is your energy, Scorpio. Like, as you're curious about new things, or curious about like the future, or trying to maintain like, that happened, not too thrilled about that, but, maybe I can see something in the future or something like that. Then it's like, I feel like then there's this like constant reminder though of, well, yeah, but, look where that got you, or look what a drag, like that you're feeling right now, or, the Nine of Wands can be like resentment energy, things like that. So I feel like as soon as you like start feeling positive about something, there's something there to like bring you down, weigh you down, keep you from moving forward, is what I'm seeing. So I would say to, most of these cards are minor arcana cards. You have one major arcana card, which is charging forward, the Chariot, breaking through obstacles, right? So it's like being able to, it's a card for Cancers, but it does remind me of Scorpio a lot, because it's like being able to navigate between, the two different polarities, the negative, the positive of life, and being able to stay straight, centered focus. So, it does have sort of some scorpionic energy around it too, when I see that black and white, so bold, because that is us Scorpios, we are able to do that. We're able to look at the black, the white, of things, and know that it's not just that, and know that we need to navigate down the center. Because any Scorpio knows, right, that it's like, if you fall too much, it's like walking this tight wire. Our whole lives is like walking this tight wire. We know that if we dabble in that little dark, negative stuff, like how easily we can like just sink into that, because we're extremists. And on the same side, we also know, if we, oh my God, the light and this, we can go to that extreme too, of like, oh my God, everything's, so amazing and spiritual, and, we can go to extremes. So this is saying, hey, keep yourself centered right now. This is a time to break forward from all of this, because these minor arcana cards are the minors are just like sort of the I don't want to say trivialities of life, but or frivolities or whatever, but they are really, they're the things that like the everyday things that come in and mess with our plans, right? Or, I mean, they're not all negative. Sometimes they're things that forward us in our plans with the minor arcana. But either way, they're more like the little actions and things that we take to get to these places, right? So the major arcana. So I do feel like there's this energy here that's like holding you back, and it's not helping you move forward, and there's no need to keep bringing up something or resenting something or allowing, if it's somebody else who's, bringing up something or resenting you, or, not letting those things keep you from moving forward and opening up to like this love energy here that is ahead. Okay. So that's what I see there. All right. So that is Scorpio. We're on to Sagittarius. All right. Okay, let's see. We are on to Sagittarius then. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius. All night long, all night. Interesting. I don't know why. Lionel Richie coming into my head for some reason. Not a huge fan, but okay. All right, so we have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. All right. I mean, not against, Lionel Richie tune, but, I'm not really a big 80s music person. It's kind of one of those decades I kind of skip over. There's some good stuff, but I don't know. I'm not one of those, even though that was technically kind of my time, I'm not one of those people that, oh my God, my decade had the best music. 80s music to me was, I don't know. There was some great stuff, but for the most part, it was just a lot of stuff. Just a lot of pop songs, basically. All right. What do we have going on here? Sagittarius. Okay. Ooh, sneaky pants. All right. Somebody's coming back around. That's what I see. Somebody coming back around. Somebody missing you. I feel like they're going to come back around. Yeah. Come back around, though, with their, like, same old. Okay. So, could be a Libra, could be a Scorpio. Doesn't have to be either one, but we do have evidence of both here. Okay. So, recent past, you have Justice and the Seven of Cups. All right. Wanting to end a cycle, but not exactly sure. Here's one thing I'll say. If this is like about, we'll talk about both. Okay. We'll talk about romantic love, and then we'll talk about if it's like life situation or work and career. So first off, if it's romantic situation, there's this definite energy of starting a new karmic cycle, but it's like, I feel like this is a message of like, if you don't know what you really want, then like universe is going to keep sending you sort of the same old thing until you figure out like, yeah, that's not what I want. All right, kind of thing. So I feel like you guys have like a new cycle ahead of you, but you may, if you're not really sure or making it clear to yourself, your higher self, universe, etc., right? God, whatever, however you want to look at those things. If you're not really making it clear, then I feel like what's going to happen is then the same old, same old. all right, then universe is going to say, well, Sagittarius, has this new cycle, but they haven't really made anything clear about what they want. So, well, let's just send Sagittarius what we always send them. And let's see what they do with that, until, they finally have this major, transformation of realizing, oh, okay, yeah, I don't want that. So I feel like there's I don't want to say a danger here, but, not like an actual danger, but just for lack of better prose, there's a danger here of, if you're not clear with the universe about what it is that you are aiming for or wanting, or you're not, transforming with enthusiasm, then I feel like, again, it's just going to be the same old, same old. And honestly, that's the message for work and career too. So there you go. It's all in a nutshell. It's the same thing. So for those of you, if it's romantic, I feel like there's somebody coming back around. All right. Could be a Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but it feels like it could be. Or has that vibe. All right. Or they're coming around in Scorpio season, which is now pretty much. Are we still in Scorpio? Yeah, we're still in Scorpio. So, could absolutely be someone who's coming around in this season. But with the Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, it's not necessarily that they're a player, but they don't know what they want. Okay, so then you'll probably be, since you are not necessarily stating exactly what you want to, because see, that's how that mirror thing works, right? It's like if it can just play out in different ways. So if we're not super clear about what it is that we want to, for our lives or our, enthusiastic transformation, well, then we're going to attract, possibly someone in our life that they don't know what they want with you, so they're going to be kind of like player energy or in and out of your life energy, or here they come again energy, that kind of thing. That's usually how that stuff works on a deeper way. So I would say, yeah, heads up, somebody's trying to, come back around, come back in, something along those lines. So if you are truly enthusiastic about transformation in your life, I would say, absolutely, hands down, get very clear on your goals, on what type of people, like this probably doesn't excite you, oh no, it's that person coming back around again, right? What would excite you? What type of person would excite you, and get clear on that, or, and then, like begets like. So when we are clear, then we get clear returned to us. When we are unclear, and just sort of like leave everything up to chance, or leave everything up to universe, or leave everything up to this or that or something, then, then we get people reflecting that in our lives. People who are maybe unsure or just leaving things up to chance with you, right? So that's what I'm seeing. Work and career, it's the same message. Like I said, it would be the same thing. So if it's work and career with, transformation with enthusiasm, don't just sort of, oh, well, hope everything works out okay, kind of thing. It's like, have a goal, something along those lines. Otherwise, it's going to be a repeated pattern again. That's what I see. Like, going back to the beginning again of a cycle you just completed, and having to relive it again, kind of thing is what I see. All right. So basically your message is get clear, super clear on goals. You don't have to have it all laid out in a, architect's blueprint or anything like that, but at least have a good aim and a good idea of what you would like to attract in your life, so that you are receiving sort of likeness energy back to you. Not, oh, well, everything will work out. That's not enough. Okay, kind of thing. All right, we are on to Capricorn. Okay. All right, Capricorn, please. What is the message for Capricorn? Capricorn. Power. Woo. All right. Radiance. Love it. All right. Awesome. Okay. So you got power with the elephant. All right. Very, very cool. All right. Oh, what's the elephant in the room? Okay. Let's see. What's up, Capricorn? I got the power. Dun, 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 dun. I got the power. Oh, there you go. All right. What's going on for Capricorn, please? Hello, King of Cups. What say ye? Ooh. King of Cups, Nine of Cups. Somebody's definitely wanting to move toward you. Looking at you like you are it. Oh yeah, Three of Cups. All right, could be dating. Somebody wants to date you. Somebody wanting to take leadership of a situation. They want to have more fun, going out, things like that. Three of Cups. Oh my gosh, the Sun. Could be a Leo. We have Aries here as well. Doesn't have to be any of those signs. And you have the Eight of Pentacles. How Capricorn of you. Okay. Oh, into the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. And, ooh, hello. You have Taurus and the Four of Wands. These are like kind of marriagey cards underneath the deck. Okay. It's not a Capricorn card, the Eight of Pentacles, but it's just, it cracks me up because it's like, oh, no, that's good. I'm good. I'll just focus on work. There's like all these great, having fun, dating, somebody's like, you're making someone very happy. They're into you and you're like, that's okay. I think I'll just work. Okay. And I'm joking because I'm Capricorn moon, so I'm not, I'm not throwing shade on Capricorns. I like Capricorns very much. Okay, so let's see. But yeah, I feel like someone's very interested in, we'll do work and career here in a moment, but I do see that there's a love message here too. Someone's very interested in you. I do feel like someone like actually thinks, wonder what it would be like to date Capricorn, right? This could even possibly be in the workplace. All right, this person could be like a boss or something like that. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's a general reading, but for some, it could be like someone noticing you at work, and thinking about, wonder what it would be like to, date Capricorn or something along those lines. With the Sun and Two of Pentacles, there's this sort of energy of, I don't know, should I, shouldn't I sort of thing. Okay. So I don't feel like it's like a forbidden love, situation as like, should I, shouldn't I kind of deal. I don't know. I really do. I feel like you're just sort of like kind of keeping your head down, doing your work. And that's that. Like, you're not really noticing this. This could even be someone that's like really into you that you're not noticing. And yeah, that makes sense because they're keeping a cool exterior here. So I feel like you guys have someone who does think about you, who is into you. I feel like they do have like some kind of position of power, possibly for many of you. But they're not sure. Like, they're not sure if they should make the decision to go toward you or not. Maybe you're always just sort of keeping to yourself, or, so if you do know who this is, if this does feel like it resonates, and it is someone that you possibly would be interested in, right? Then, look up a little every once in a while from the desk, or acknowledge this person, make some good eye contact with this person, give them the coy, little something, so that they know that you might be interested too. Because I do feel like this person thinks about you a lot. Okay. Now, if it is work and career here for you, then there's like, this energy here of like needing to like take hold of your power. All right. That's what I see. Like needing to, it's a choice. I mean, do you want to be happy, or do you want to just sort of keep your head down and do this? Right. So I do feel like there's something about looking at things more positively. There might be others you can connect with I'm getting a little like mentor vibe even, or something like that. But though hanging around and spending time with those who will encourage your power, encourage you to own your power or take back your power, in a positive way, something along those lines, because there's like a choice that needs to be made of like, hey, do you want to be happy? Are you happy? If you're not happy, then there's something here needing to be maneuvered in a power move that will bring more happiness. So it's like, don't just sit back and let life like happen to you. This is something where it's saying, hey, realize that you have more power than you think. And that power is in the decisions that we make. All right, that's where the power is. It's in the decisions that we make. So do you want to make the decision to be happy, or do you want to just make the decision to keep your head down and hope nobody notices me at work, kind of thing, right? And, I'll just, be a quiet person over here in the corner, right? So it's in life even, it's a metaphor in a way. So do you want to be the quiet mouse, in the corner, or, that just keeps their head down and does their little work? Or do you want to, shine a little bolder like the sun and make choices that are going to make you happier? So something about claiming your power here. Okay. All right. So that was Capricorn. We are on to Aquarius. We are. Okay. Okay. So we are on to Aquarius. Let's see what the message is for Aquarius, please. Aquarius. We have purification. Okay. And surrender at the bottom of the deck. All right. So we have purification showing up. Beautiful, beautiful card. I like that one. All right, so keeping things pure, purifying, oh, wow, yeah, emotions even, possibly, purifying from a relationship, possibly with that King of Pentacles showing up there. All right, surrender. Okay, what do we have going on for Aquarius, please? Aquarius. There's a message for them. Yeah, getting really clear on things. This is like about starting a new karmic cycle. But first we have to get really clear and cut things out of our mind that are holding us back, worrying us, fears, things like that. Doing our best to keep a clear mind and, just kind of surrender to a higher power is what I'm getting right now. All right, so let's see. What do we have going on for Aquarius? Oh, okay. Someone may be getting a divorce, or you may hear of someone getting a divorce or a separation, possibly. We'll talk about work and career also separately if it is work and career for you. But let's see. Yeah, a choice. Interesting. So we have the Gemini card. Yeah, there's a new opportunity here. Interesting. Okay, because I noticed the purification card is number 11. It's really hard to see the numbers here, but there's an 11 right there in that little circle. And it made me think of the Gemini card when I saw that, and I was almost going to say it could be a Gemini. All right, and then we have the Gemini card coming out as well, which it's not number 11, but it reminds me of 11 with the two people, right? So and it's not even the number of 11. It's more like the two paths, the two choices that we could go toward, and the singularity, like needing to choose one, right? So, okay, so there's something coming up here. Some of you may possibly need to be purifying, from a divorce. King of Pentacles, Three of Swords, showed up when I split the deck. King of Pentacles is oftentimes like my husband card, or, something like that. So there's definitely this energy here of, in the past, there was something that was stable, secure, something like that. In this current energy, I do feel like you're going to be hearing news from this person that's going to bring a new choice forward. Or there's like someone that you're going to hear about who has become divorced. Okay. In that case, I would say that could be a good thing. Like, you're excited about that. Maybe there's a new opportunity with this person, but you do have this purification card and this surrender card. So I think it's more of like, hey, what's in the past is in the past. And it's like continuing to reflect on that. Queen of Cups, looking on all of this. Queen of Cups can be a little bit the moody queen at times. I kind of assign her sometimes, depending on the surrounding cards, as the moody queen. And it's like she's looking back on all of this, when instead it's like needing to turn around and see the future, that if you want a new start, a new beginning, a new grounding, there's something to surrender here and purify from. All right, because she's not seeing, on the table, she's looking at all this stuff that's gone down and not seeing and turning around and looking towards the future, all right, which is this side of how things could turn. There's choices that could be made here that could turn things in a positive, grounded new beginning. But when we're focused on situations that aren't working out, or situations that should have worked out but didn't work out, or all those types of things, and then we're not, if we're spending our time trying to figure out what went wrong, how this happened, why this happened, things like that of the past. Yes, it is good to do a certain amount of that so that we can come to some sort of root and discover that and say, okay, I see why that might have happened. Now I don't want that to happen again. So we can learn from that. Sure, there's a certain amount of that needs to happen. That's healthy. But when it turns into like just always trying to deconstruct or figure out why this happened, how this happened, blah, blah, all those things, sort of like an unrequited situation that maybe, like unfinished symphony kind of energy that you don't feel like you have all the answers to. We can either choose to focus on that and keep hammering that into the ground, right? Trying to find that answer, but that's not really progressing you forward. Or we can say, you know what, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I've thought about it. I've done this. I've done that. I've tried to analyze this. I don't know what the hell it was. So maybe just purify from that, surrender to the fact that, hey, I don't know. I don't know what went wrong, and it's like, now instead of spending that energy on that, turn it towards, well, okay, so I can't figure that out right now. Purify from that, surrender, I don't know, and maybe I'll turn around now and turn this wheel and start making choices about what I can do in the future, instead of trying to figure out what went wrong, in the past. That's what I see. And that's what opens up like new opportunities here for you, a new direction. So actually, I don't need to cover both romance and career in that, because that is the message. So it can apply to romance, it can apply to work or your career or any type of life situation in general. So that's what I see. It's time to purify from that, surrender. Maybe you just don't have the answer right now. Maybe you can't find the answer right now. And it's like, so instead of spending time on that, start turning towards the future and start making choices and decisions and putting your energetic energy into that is what I am seeing. So nice. Okay. All right. So we are on to Pisces. Okay, Pisces, please. What is the message for Pisces? That was bouncy, and that was a little bouncy. We'll take both. Okay. All right. So we have, well, I'm glad we chose the first one. The first bouncy card is Miracles. All right, beautiful. See, miracle. All right, and we have Wisdom with the Owl. All right, beautiful. So, Miracles. Very cool. All right. Your wisdom is guiding you toward miracles. Something's been a really, really bumpy road for you. I'm noticing the boat in the doorway here, and it's like on all these like, tumultuous waves, right? So it's like, but the wisdom will guide you through those tumultuous waves here and lead you to something that opens a new doorway, something that is going to be, considered, a breakthrough, a miracle. All right, so awesome. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Pisces. Pisces. Oh, wow. Yeah, absolutely. So after a long, burdensome cycle, there's like freedom here, a new start. Let your wisdom guide you at this time, for sure. Okay. Wow. All right. So you got a lot of like money cards, work, career cards, things. Wow. Yeah. King and Queen of Pentacles. So there's love stuff here too. We'll talk about both. Okay. Wow. All right. A lot of pentacles showing up for you. Wow. Beautiful. You have the Ace of Cups. I feel like that's like that miracle that's wanting to come through. Wow. And I was going to say, dang it. I wish I would have. I hate it when I do that because it reminds me of the Six of Swords, you know, the boat and like the leaving the choppy waters, right? And look what's underneath. Oh my God. Another ace. Look what's behind, you know, at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. It's like leaving those choppy waters into smooth sailing, a new start, clear sailing, getting clear on something. This is awesome. All right. So we're going to talk about a couple different aspects of this reading. I'll talk about it if it is romance, and then I will talk about it if it's work and career or financial, something like that. All right, for you. So first of all, if it is romance, there's definitely like a sense of being guided towards a new start. So you may be with the King and Queen of Pentacles here. Okay. There's a king energy, and it doesn't have to be that gender combination, king and queen, right? I mean, it could be, you know, any gender combination, but there's like this masculine energy here, this King of Pentacles that doesn't really know what they want, and possibly never really did. I feel like they maybe did a lot of things in life to just like do things because they thought they were supposed to do them, but really they had like a lot of there's an underlying side to them of a lot of hopes and dreams that never got realized, that never came into fruition, and it's sort of like they don't address that, they don't acknowledge that, and it's probably the root of many of their shortcomings in the relationship for some reason. And then I see this feminine energy here who just you know, basically isn't satisfied with that. They want to know more answers, they want to know things, they want to know the bolts of the nuts and bolts of things. And it's like I feel like neither party here can be satisfied, because there's a depth that's not being reached, either via no communication or just feeling left out in the cold. Someone feels like they put in, well, what more do you want? You know, I put in all this work, you know, but it's like, but the feminine can feel that, yeah, okay, you put in work, but, you know, just, you know, having this comfort zone or something isn't enough. It's like, I want to connect with somebody. I want to feel, you know, I want to feel something. So I feel like there's two people here who most likely want similar things, but aren't communicating that and aren't realizing that. All right, together, not as a working unit together. So I do feel like there's something here about possibly leaving this situation because it's not the right situation to discover oneself. So it reminds me of someone who's like possibly married, but not like maybe in a convenience marriage. It's not really what they want. It's probably not what the other person really wants either. There's misunderstandings, but it's because it's just not the right situation anymore. So there's probably something here karmically about, I think the masculine needs to like come to terms with what they really do desire, and they just ignore that. They feel like it's frivolous dreams and they could never have that, and so they stifled themselves. And then I feel like this feminine energy here, and again, it could be any gender combination, but this feminine energy here is all in tune with that and understands all those things, but also has a deeper side of possible scared of the future, scared of like not having enough money, scared of, well, I don't know if I can make it, you know, on my own. Yeah, cue Mary Tyler Moore, you know, I'm gonna make it after all, or something. Like needing that sort of empowerment, like that Mary Tyler Moore character of TV in the 70s, right? Of needing to stand on their own 2 feet and move forward and follow their wisdom. Okay, so I do feel like there's a breaking free of a relationship, standing on one's own 2 feet and moving forward and that sort of thing. If it is work and career for you, well, okay. There's something clearly here that's like not working for you, like feeling like you're putting in the work, but you're not receiving. So it's like you're putting in, you know, you are putting in the effort, But when it comes to the receiving side of things, you're feeling like on the other, the side of things, like you're not really receiving what you put in. So whether or not that's true, I don't know. It could just be you feel that way. All right. So, but it probably is true from looking at these cards. So there's something here where it's like, I don't know. I feel like some of you possibly, because there's a lot of pentacles here. So there's really like a real roller coaster here with money. All right. Real up, real down, real up, real down kind of thing. And it feels like to me that the pentacle energy, earth energy, grounded energy, things like that, aren't really where it needs to be right now, which is odd in a work and career situation, because usually that's what's needed is like that down to earth approach, that grounded approach, that stick with it approach, and things will eventually pay off, but I'm not seeing that here. So I feel like there's something to open up to more in a listening to your truest wisdom, because I feel like some of you are realizing like whatever you have been doing isn't for you. It's not working, right? Or it's not, you're not getting like it's not the perfect marriage, okay, of things. So I feel like there's this sense of like looking at it that way, looking at this job as like a marriage that's not really, it's a comfort marriage maybe, but there's a lot of unknowns and things that aren't being communicated, and it's not working for you. So maybe it's time to become single again, or something along those lines. There's definitely something here about needing to move on in a belief in yourself, standing on your own 2 feet kind of way, and possibly even moving along, like going somewhere else, journeying somewhere else. Now that could be a metaphor, all right, like maybe trying a different type of career. It could absolutely be metaphor, but for many of you, it literally could mean like moving to a different area. Or if you have your own sales or something like that, trying them overseas or something along those lines of actual distance and travel that could really benefit you. But either way, this reading is more about listening to your wisdom. I do think also too, like if you're worried about finances and whatnot, because it might not be so great right now, I do see that there will be an improvement in your near future here. All right, so things do get better. Things can only get better. Oh, oh, oh. Wow, I've got all the 80s songs in my head in this reading. All right, so yeah, I feel like things can like definitely start getting better for you, and it's just a matter of like waiting something out. Also, I do see that. Now that doesn't mean stay at a job that sucks and that you hate, or wait it out and then you'll do well. I don't think it's that. There's definitely something here about moving on from something that's not serving you, listening to your wisdom, and knowing that in time things will improve and there is going to be a better financial future in the moving forward. There will be a better financial future for you, is what I am seeing. And you do have this miracles card here as well. So I don't think you have to really do anything to receive said miracles, except listen to the wisdom that does come through. So if you're feeling like pulled to do something, or you're feeling like the universe keeps trying to tell you something, it's like, listen to that. That's where the miracles are packaged, gift wrapped, waiting for you. Okay, when we listen to those things. So definitely something to move away from and move toward. And it's not something that just keeps pulling you down and dragging you down and keeping you from arising into the king or queen of pentacles that you are. Okay. All right. So that's what I see for you guys. I will leave it there. And thank you so much. All right. Bye.